Alter Ego EX Excelsior. How's everybody doing? And we're going to get right into it for the brand new year of 2024. And it has to deal with Jonathan Majors and Jezzy, J and J, their particular situation and how, yes, all throughout the internets and things like that, we've got fearmongers talking about you shouldn't be with this person, you shouldn't be with that person, stay away from them snow bunnies, stay away from them Asian persuasions. Well, we're going to go through this, and, there was some leaked audio for Jonathan Majors. We're going to start off with him first. But before that, of course, subscribe, that sort of thing. Thumbs up, either or both. So Jonathan Majors is with another, this is his ex-girlfriend. She's actually British or South African or something like that. Her last name is like Jabari or something like that. Very, very unusual. But she's an actress also. And what's really weird about this situation is that I felt like there were signs, even beforehand. I still think the brother was done wrong after this. But she secretly recorded him and thought this would be a good look for her. And it did not. Well, public opinion. Let's just say it that way. But anyway, let's listen to that leak audio and I'll come right back at ya.
Period. This is action. Period. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Do you really know this? Do you really?
Yes.
Then how dare you come home drunk and disturb the peace of our house when we have a plan? I would like to get to the point where your friends know what job I'm on and go, I think Grace is gonna be out of commission. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I won't. No. Do
you understand that? Because that team, that unit, right? Grace has to be in a certain mindset to support Coretta Scott King. You know who that is? That's Martin Luther King's wife. Michelle Obama. Barack Obama's wife.
I know, I'm not, I shouldn't have gone out. I'm sorry.
Let me just lay it out for you, right? I'm just gonna say this. My temper, my shit, my trauma, all that said, right? I'm gonna say, I'm a great man. A great man. I am doing great things, not just for me, but for my culture and for the world. That is actually the position I'm in. That's real. I'm not going to think about it. I didn't ask for it. I worked, and that's the situation. The woman that supports me, that I support, that needs to be a great woman and make sacrifices the way that man is making for her and for them ultimately. Last night, 2 nights ago, you did not do that. You did not do that.
I'm sorry.
So that was the audio. And man, to me, this does make him sound bad. In public opinion, how you going to tell a British white woman about Coretta Scott King and Michelle Obama? What if she doesn't like them? What if she barely knows anything about them? I mean, to say that to a white woman, that's like me having an Asian wife, which I do, by the way, and say, hey, I want you to be like Janet Jackson. I want you to be like Beyonce. You know what I mean? Like to her face and say, I'm a great man with his bonnets and stuff like that. But you know what? He showed up with Megan Good, getting his black card back. He's got arrested. So now I guess he's got some support of the black community on his side. But now all of the people, of course, who are against that kind of coupling have come out and say, see, that's why you don't mess with them snow bunnies. Even though this happens to a lot of celebrities. Look what happened to Johnny Depp. I mean, it could happen to anybody. All I'm going to say is he did not vet correctly. There were warning signs. And if he wants somebody like that, he knew she was a party girl. And this is what happened. So it's on him. I'm just saying, it's on him. Next, we're going to go to Jezzy, the snowman. Yeah. Well. Haven't talked about this, but this is for that Asian persuasion. So, we all know Jesus is a rapper. Very southern, though, as well. And that goes into this picture of, he was with other black females and things like that. And then when he started to change his image, which is really weird, he went after Jenny Ma. And we know the situation with Jenny Ma as far as her, I would say, limited exposure, even on TV. It's not like she was on a sitcom. I used to get her confused with Brenda Song. You can look her up and that sort of thing. But yeah, man, I believe she's Vietnamese. I could be wrong, but immigrant family and things like that. I mean, just completely two different backgrounds and that sort of thing. But on this right here, I'm going to have to say, once again, Jezzy did not bet well. And the crazy part, unlike Jonathan Majors, all of her warning signs are for public consumption. It has been videotaped. It's been shown. It's been on the air. The most infamous one is this right here. Dark meat on the side, meaning you're not even the main entree. You're on the side. She said, white meat keeps me lean and keeps me fed, but I like my dark meat on the side, meaning you're a fetish. And, Jezzy tried to talk about this and saying, yeah, I talked to her, you know what I mean? We've went through all that. He felt like she went through this phase where she wouldn't, see him as some kind of little side piece or something like that. But there's more to her just saying that right there. The other part of this, was the blatant disrespect she had for her first husband. She actually said that on air while she was married to this man. I believe his name is Freddie Harris or Hartess or something like that. But he's taken years of abuse. She was the main breadwinner. I will have to say that, as far as making, I shouldn't say it that way. She made, millions of dollars, 2 or 3 million, 4 or 5 million, something like that. Versus maybe, he's making hundreds of thousands of dollars, some kind of situation like that. But yeah, man, blatant disrespect. She would say crazy shit to him all the time. Disrespectful. So they got a divorce. Jezzy tried to make her respectable. And of course, him being a multi-millionaire, even over her money, she became a chameleon or a chameleon and played that role. And they look good together, mind you. But I mean, when you look at this couple, if you would think, yeah, they vibe, they look good. They're from completely two different backgrounds. Jezzy didn't really eat her food. She didn't really eat his food. The culture, the personality. I mean, if you're going to be in one of these relationships, you got to know more than just, hey, she's fine, stuff like that. Especially if that's going to be your wife. For her, this was her first full opportunity because, let's get it straight, if she said dark meat on the side, she's messed around with some brothers before Jezzy, that sort of thing, on the side. Her also problem that's been documented is her mother. Look at this. I mean, she's like the Asian Cyndi Lauper. If you know who Cyndi Lauper is, look her up. With this hair and this attitude. And it is brutal. I mean, the way the mom talked to her father just lets you know even more so. And you add on money, power, and fame on top of that. And it is just... It's too much, man. It's too much. And the other crazy part about their particular situation, I think they were only married 2 years, is that what's claimed is that the mother moved in with them in Jezzy's house. Because, Jeannie Ma went with him. And then after a while, he had to deal with that, and they're speaking in Vietnamese or whatever, and all that craziness. And look up some videos for the mom. Then after that, the brother reported, I don't know for sure, but it's reported that the brother of Jenny Ma moved in. So he had these three people in his house while he's out there working, hustling, trying to get these multi-million-dollar deals while they're sitting at home, eating food. It's almost like they got a black slave. It's hilarious, man. And so he's, kind of slowly said there was some disrespect and things like that. But look at the brother too, man. He was just mooching off of there. They were inviting friends over. The brother was and stuff like that. And Jeannie Ma was just, she's close to her family. She's really close to her mom. She acts just like her mom. I don't know if in the future she's going to look like her mom. But oh my God, that was the problem. Man, if you're interested in someone who's Latina, whether they're Mexican or South American, and you're going to make them their wife, you should really know about their culture and their background as well, because it goes all into that. Because, yeah, man, Jezzy himself is still, rocking that street where he still hasn't ventured out, I would say, out of even some of his southern black culture things, as far as exploring different foods or maybe even different things like that. He's trying to. I'll give him credit for that, but not enough to be with the Asian woman at that, And let me be clear, Jeannie Ma is fine. She is fine. I mean, if anything, he should have just been with her and stuff like that. There's been some trash talk between, Jeannie Ma and her ex-husband and stuff like that. And as well as, the black community talking about when they were first getting together and getting married and stuff like that. But once again, brothers who are interested or end up with Asian women should be interested in their culture, and vice versa. If the female that you're dating is not kind of now, a lot of the blacks and their culture is not acceptable, but there are bits and pieces that are. And so Freddie left her, and now look at him. He's together with this woman. He's got 2 kids. And here's another thing about it that's ironic, is that Freddie always wanted a family. And Jeannie Ma never really was just like, I don't know if I want kids. I don't know, whatever. And she was going back and forth and back and forth. And then she finally said no. And then she kind of said yes. And then she said no again, just teasing Freddie. And he's like, man, I'm getting older. I really want some kids, and things like that. And so the ironic part is that, he left and found, he went back to his race, that sort of thing. And found a great woman and somebody to support. Jeannie Ma, on the other hand, became, bam, a baby's mama. Welcome to the black culture experience. Now who wants you? You know what I mean? You definitely got the hood mentality, the hood card now from being a baby's mama now. You know what I mean? 2 years divorce. Didn't work out. I'm sorry. But yeah, you're a baby mama by rapper / businessman or whatever. And I know I might get some feedback on that, but he should have just vetted well before even creating a baby. Now you got that situation. So brothers, these 2 examples are not going to happen to you per se. It can happen. I'm not trying to sell utopia and everything's perfect, but I will say on the other side, in my experience with all of my married friends who total in between 7 and 9, and they're all are married to white, Asian, and Latina, we've all been married over 10 years easily. Not saying, those things. Oh, by the way, that's Pele, the soccer superstar, megastar. That's his wife, by the way. Asian Persuasion. So anyway, thanks for listening to Alter Ego EX, and vet those women correctly.